Hello, everybody, and welcome to Halloween Daily. Thanks so much for talking to us today.
Thanks for
Thank
having us.
you.
But look
Having
out
us.
behind you. There's several killers
Yeah,
behind you.
there's multiple of them.
Quite a few, yes, and quite a few masks because every day's Halloween for us.
Yeah.
We love our creature features, and that's what this is, in a sense, of course. I gotta say, I love this movie sketch that we're talking about to get today. I just truly loved it on every level.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Seth, can you tell us just a little bit about how this story originated for you and what was the most exciting part for you for this particular story to be your feature directorial debut?
Yeah, I grew up on the films of Spielberg and Zemeckis, and particularly, you know, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. When I saw the making of on TV, and I saw adults puppeting live action guns so that they could animate weasels into the scenes, carrying them, making things harder for themselves than they needed to be. I was like, adults can do this for a living, and you can create interesting problems to create more interesting solutions, like on screen. I was just mesmerized by this. And when I saw Jurassic Park at age 9, I went into that theater a boy and came out a man. And I was like, just ever since I have grown up wanting to make movies, and I've wanted to make movies on that scale with that kind of creative playfulness, especially with the dance between story and visual effects. So it took me a long time to finally make my debut feature film because I really wanted to make something that was big and special and meaningful, that felt like big summer blockbuster cinema, but that had something really meaningful to say. And I, so when I was a kid, my younger sister got in trouble for drawing a picture of her teacher getting pelted with arrows. And there was just enough blood in the picture that she had to see a counselor. And the counselor asked her, "Did you really want to see this happen to your teacher?" And my sister said, "Well, I did when I drew it, but I don't now." And the counselor said, "Well, then I think you did the right thing. I think that drawing this was a much healthier choice than doing it." I got to tell you, I still think that's the most badass thing anyone's ever said to a kid. That, like, this thing you did that made all the adults in your life sweaty and nervous was actually evidence that you are a good person making healthy choices and processing your emotions in a healthy way. And I was like, that's the kind of adult I want to be in some kid's life. And then when I became an adult and had kids, and one day my kindergarten age daughter starts bringing home pictures that are uh, just inventively violent, like just an unprecedented amount of parent death and blood in them. And I'm looking at them and I realize, oh, you can believe two things at once. You can believe that art is the safest place for violence while also believing that your daughter's a serial killer and it's somehow your fault. And that tension felt immediately so funny to me and so writable to me. And then, like, the Jurassic Park of it all came out, and suddenly I had this idea that felt like Inside Out meets Jurassic Park, and it felt like something. I finally had that big cinematic thing with a meaningful message to finally make.
Oh, I love it. Well, you definitely nailed it, and it hit me in all the right spots. Bianca and Kalon, you both do amazing work in this. I was really impressed. For each of you, and Bianca, we'll start with you. What was the most exciting part for you to bring these characters to life in this film?
Um, I guess just the fact that I was a part of it at all, and that it was just also it was really cool how my character was the one who was drawing all these things that attacked people. That was kind of cool to think about.
Yeah, in
Very
in
cool.
my opinion, I feel like nobody else could really play Amber as good as you did. I think you did a really good job.
Oh, I think
Aw. And you
Totally.
too, Callan.
Nobody else could play Bowman.
It's absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Exactly.
And how about you, Callan? What was the most exciting part about playing your character? He goes on a bit of a journey. I don't want to spoil anything, but he might not be everything that we, the audience, might think of him at first. We might think of him a little bit differently by the end. Can you talk a little bit about what excited you the most about taking on this role?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I agree with that. He goes through a bit of a journey. He starts out as really just kind of mainly just a jerk, but at the end, he just becomes more of a lovable jerk.
I like that. That's perfect. That's a great way to describe it. Um,
And I
yes.
loved the part of playing Bowman because Bowman is kind of one of my dream roles almost because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really good at comedy, and Bowman is the perfect role to express it because he's funny, he's a loose cannon, and he's a bit of a jerk too. I don't have to be the nice guy in this. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Bianca, with your role, I mean, you get to do a lot. You get to do a little bit of action. You get to do some funny stuff, and then there's some very emotional stuff too. Were you nervous about the demands of this role at all, or are you just excited to jump in with both feet?
I wasn't really nervous. I mean, I was so excited because I love doing all of those things in acting. And, you know, I just thought.
And because you know that you're the perfect person to play.
Yeah, I wasn't nervous
Amber.
because I was just so talented, you know?
Yeah,
That's what she's trying to say.
I was just so amazing already. I didn't even have to try hard.
We'll say it
on
for
Yeah,
her.
your
the
She's
words, not
humble.
mine.
She's humble. We'll say it for her.
Yes.
Yes. Well, you nailed it, and I have to agree with Kalon. I can't imagine anybody else playing your role, or Kalon, anybody else playing your role. I think the film is cast beautifully and perfectly. For like our last minute or so, if you'll each indulge us, every day's Halloween, so we always try to ask if we can, what does Halloween, the holiday itself, mean to each of you?
Oh. Do you mind if I go first on that one? Because I love Halloween. It's my favorite
Yeah,
holiday.
go for it, pal.
I love Halloween because it's the one day that I can be a dude dressing up as some kind of character. I love just going out and making crazy costumes that are like the most abstract things that you would ever think of.
Mhm.
Like from my favorite video games, from my favorite franchises.
What's your favorite costume you've done so far?
Oh, my favorite costume I've done so far? I think my favorite costume that I've ever done so far was Muzan from Demon Slayer. I did that like, I think 2 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe 1 year ago. I think,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. How's Halloween mean to you?
It's kind of like about making traditions. Like I know it's like more of like a fun holiday, but I always go trick-or-treating with my two best friends every year, and we always do like a group costume. And also you get to eat candy and get scared. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that
Who
it's
doesn't love candy?
I love that it's about how fun it is to be scared. It's a whole holiday built on the joy of
The joy of the horror.
the joy of like fear and chaos and embracing the dark, like mainly embracing the creative expression of the darker parts of life and the safe places to do it. Halloween is about creating it's very much what our movie's about. It's about creating a safe space to explore the darker sides of life and human emotion and the human experience. And ironically, it has a ton of candy involved as well.
Yes.
It's great. It's such a contradictory thing, and I love it for that. And I also just love the color palette and visuals of Halloween. I love orange and black, man, and like the visual of like the opening of Carpenter's Halloween with the jack-o'-lantern glowing on black. It's literally just like can't get any better. It's the best iconography you can get.
Awesome. Well, great answers all around. I love to hear it. And again, I love the movie. I think it's going to be great Halloween viewing for a lot of families, actually, at a certain point. And certainly this summer in theaters, our audience is going to love it. I'm telling everybody it's one of my favorites of the year by far. So instead of saying goodbye, every day's Halloween, I'm just going to wish you all a very happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween, even though it's barely August.
How dare you? Every day is Halloween.
Disrespectful.